For the next couple of days, we're going to be doing progressively harder marksmanship tasks. So today we want to make sure that everybody that we have in the troop who has not been zeroed and qualified to this point is qualified so that we can move on to the next portion of the live fire training. Tomorrow we're doing short range marksmanship, which is a close quarters marksmanship style range where we will have targets from 5 meters to 25 meters moving down the range in sequential order. And then on Wednesday we're going to do a 240 Bravo, which is a squad automatic weapon or squad heavy machine gun. That's to qualify our machine gunners. Thursday we'll be doing shotgun qualification for the soldiers identified in the troop that will be carrying the shotguns for us downrange. The reason for the training this week is to get them, one, comfortable with their weapons, two, let us know as leaders that they're trained on the weapons, and then as we transition to kind of security operations in Afghanistan, we'll be able to employ the weapon systems that we have. Our job as soldiers, specifically combat arms soldiers, is to be able to shoot, move, and communicate, and can't do those three things if we don't have the shoot portion down. Additionally, teaching them to shoot, especially kind of long range shooting, 300 meters, 250 meters, is something that gives them confidence. Hitting a target at 300 meters is no easy task, and so showing the soldiers that they can learn how to do it, that they're able to do it, and then accomplish what they've set out to do makes them a more confident soldier in the long run.
Something that has to be practiced. And even if it don't practice, just something that has to be remembered.
Move your selector foot in the space. You still know it? Alright, once I see everybody in the prone, we'll go to the next position step. I'm going to say this one more time. Are you ready, Todd? You didn't have any coverage. You ready, Tarbox? You ready? You ready? Alright, this time go and get a good prone support position and lock and load that 1 200 round belt. Meters up! Look at the base! Look at the base of the bird! All right. Fires. Pick up your weapons. Move 10 meters. Fire in line. Close 5. Double on buckshot shell. Fire. Fire when ready. Start first. Stand up. Calm but steady. Ready on left. Ready on the left. Waiting on the middle. Waiting on the right. Fire is ready. Fire when ready. Let it rip. Target 1. Target 2. Three. 5. You're black, right?
We show up, we set up the range like you would any other. We get our safety brief. We establish all the targets like you've seen downrange. It's the E-type silhouettes. We spray paint some shapes on them so you can identify like different color square, circle, triangle. And then from there, we establish different movement techniques like turn and shoot, walk and shoot. And basically what we're looking for at that stage is good pairings in the double tap, making sure we got good shot groups. And then if we've got good shot groups, we work into the reload drills, which is the same type of target, but we do 4 5-round magazines. And then you'll obviously reload, announce your black on ammo, green on ammo, get the guys used to doing that type of stuff. And then once that phase is complete, we go into the actual qualification where we're using a 9mm 25-meter target. And basically, like the 4 and 5 zones, pretty much center mass from anywhere from 4 to 25 meters out. Yes, and that's just based on my combat experience. I had a little break in service, but I served in Baghdad back in 2003. And having served in combat in a built-up terrain, I think close quarters marksmanship is very important because when you're in a built-up area, a target can come out of nowhere at a moment's notice, and it needs to be reflexive. You need to be able to pop the rifle up, hit the target, and move forward. Yesterday, we got some guys zeroed and qualled on the M4 range who'd been a little overdue on that. Today, we're doing obviously the close quarters marksmanship for guys who've never done this level of training before. Tomorrow, I want to get my guys up to speed on 240s, the M249 Bravo medium machine gun. I spent some time on that myself the first time I was in the service, and I think it's very important that they know how to operate the weapon system because more likely than not, the rules of engagement will mean we're not using a Mark 19, but a 240 on the top of our trucks. So they need to be a subject matter expert. So I'm hoping we can get a lot of good training in on that. And then as far as Thursday is concerned, we're going to have a shotgun familiarization range, which I think is very important because a lot of these kids have never put hands on a shotgun and have no idea how to effectively use it or really what it's for. so we can get that in. And then really in any downtime we've got, we'll do concurrent training, brush up on basic soldiering skills.
Techniques that I probably picked up along the way today was learning to hold back my trigger squeeze a little bit better. Shooting in a different environment like this, you kind of learn a little bit more about your shots and what you're good and what you're bad at. And I found today that my trigger squeeze was my fault, so I got a little bit better at that today, actually. Training that we received today and throughout the week will be vital to our experience over there. Obviously, marksmanship is something that you want to incorporate into everything that you do, but SRM, I think, is something that we all need to experience a little bit more, given that you're not always going to have the chance to stand still and open fire or engage a target. You're going to need to stay on your feet and keep moving. So I'm looking forward to that personally later this week. SRM stands for short range marksmanship. It'll be targets within 20 meters that'll hopefully we'll have pop-up targets, so that way you have a response time. When a target pops up, you engage the target. You'll probably have about a second or two before it goes back down. You'll be walking at a very slow, steady pace with a spotter behind you, making sure you don't trip over anything because it could get dangerous that way.
My daddy taught me to shoot the shotgun by just taking me out to the fence line, putting some soda cans up on the fence, shooting them, and then progressing through shooting clay pigeons as they were flying through the air, then progressively hiding into hunting. The Army's taught me to shoot the shotgun a little bit differently. It's putting it more into a combat scenario, using it effectively in combat, how to use it in a more tactical, safer way without putting your battle buddies in danger.
Out here with the shotgun, did that kind of help you out a little bit more than, say, the rest of the people? Because you already knew how the shotgun felt and how it should, when you start moving from side to side?
Shooting moving targets helped out quite a bit with this. It gave me an edge over a couple of the other guys that haven't even touched a shotgun before, because it makes you aware of what you're shooting at, and it gives you a little bit better understanding on where to aim.
Can you repeat that for me, please?
The way they were doing it today was it was familiar to a lot of hunters. It's easier to shoot with calling out a number when just the same as it is a bird flying over when you're shooting with a shotgun.
Cool. Now, oh shoot, I forgot to ask you. Firing from the hip. Normally hunters